What the fuck is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of this shit show. I'm just kidding. But yeah, welcome back. Thanks for if you've been watching some of these videos before. Shout out to you for sticking around with the kid. Let me make sure my lips are not crusty and dusty because they have this cool party trick that they do where they be ashy as fuck. So, cool. So, hey again, folks. I'm back to talk some more skunts to you. No, to talk about some real shit. And today is Friday the 13th. Woo. No, I just want to talk about, I hope y'all had a good Friday. My Friday was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't even know if this is the color I want. Hold on. So, I hope this is the color I want. If y'all see like a variation in color and stuff, act like you didn't see it. Um so yeah, today, like I said, today is Friday. I hope you had a good Friday. Mine was pretty smooth. Didn't do too much at work. Yesterday was performance reviews, and I don't know. Let me try not to lean too forward in front of this mic. But I don't know. How do y'all feel about performance reviews? Because I personally don't feel like begging for a raise. Not begging, but trying to, plead my case for a raise when inflation ain't pleading its case. Like, y'all should just automatically give me more money. But it's neither here nor there. So yeah, performance review was yesterday. I filled that out. I feel like I should get an extra 10 cents on the dollar. I don't fucking know, maybe. But today I got some artwork to add to like my vision environment, visualizing some stuff. So I'm chipper about that. What the fuck else? Also, I've been watching, I don't know if you could probably see it in my mirror a little bit, but Ginny and Georgia.
Oh, and Georgia, how are you doing with the holidays? This is your first Christmas since your late husband passed, right? Yep. I am so sorry. I didn't realize. Is that Austin's dad? Oh, no. Austin's dad, he's incarcerated.
Oh, God.
Yes. Thank you, Lynette. That's awful. What for? Fraud. Embezzlement. Potatoes?
They so messy. They show. They are so messy. That show is really good. I'm not gonna hold nobody. That show it's a pretty solid show, and I feel like it really represents. It's written very well, to like represent the total experience. Like, so if y'all haven't, the rundown is Georgia is the mom, and she's a white woman. Got two baby daddies, got two kids, a black baby daddy, and then another baby daddy. Jenny is her oldest kid, which is a girl, and she's biracial. So like it touches on some things of, what like a black woman or a young woman would go through. But then, also is like her mom is white, the mom's fiance is white, all the rest of the characters is white. So it's like I feel like it's a show that everyone can relate to. And surprisingly, like I said, I really like the writing. Like I haven't been like like it's like, oh, okay, y'all talk about some stuff. Okay. So go watch it. But what I'm here to speak about today in real life is your fear is fucking lying to you. Your fear is lying to you. That's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. Because for me personally, and most of the time, like I said in one of these other videos, this really just be therapy for me. Because it's free. But, and I'm just deciding to share these things with whoever might tumbleweed straggle across my videos, and it resonates with. But oh, sorry. Yeah, your fear is fucking lying to you. So, I was trying to go for 5 reasons. Only got 4. But if I get some more reasons, then it's gonna be more than 4 or 5. But yeah, let me get into it. So, or yeah, I mean, fear is a lie, but I guess that's not necessarily. Just basically, how to know when fear is a motivating or it's like active in your life when you're doing something because of fear. So, or not doing something. So, for one, fear paralyzes you. I hate to I wish it just roll off the tongue, but like in a moment, I'm a person that's very choosy of their words, and sometimes I get so caught in trying to find the right words that I completely forget what the fuck I'm saying. So I have to have notes. But yeah, like, and it's actually a something that's studied with, I want to say, anxiety, but like over preening. And preening would be like, I don't know how to define preening, but like preening is basically like tweaking. Like you might, let me not go left field, but basically like continually trying to tweak something and it's not ready yet. I need to spruce this. I need to fix this. I need to like perfect. You're paralyzed and you're not moving. You're not acting because you think that it can be. There's room for improvement. And that's definitely something that I'm even learning with this channel in itself. It's just like, look, at least putting the videos out there. And as I go, like, I can develop my background, or I can develop my editing, or, my content. But it's such a big thing to at least, just get started. But yeah, it'll definitely paralyze you. Like my last video, not last video, but first video was a year ago. And I just stopped because I wasn't ready. Like I wasn't in a position, I wasn't ready. And now, I didn't even realize how open my shirt was, but now, I'm just going for the gusto, to be honest. And even into that paralyzing and going into that tweaking is that one might not want to be judged, or like you make a mistake. It's not perfect, and someone like criticizes you and you make a mistake. Like fuck that, drown out the noise. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, and I guess I wrote down fight, flight, or freeze, which is, people usually say fight or flight, but freeze is another thing. It's the deer in headlight type of scenario. So, yeah, fear. If you find yourself like at a point where you need to make a decision, or you need to start doing something, or you need to stop doing something, and you just can't bring yourself to do anything, know that fear is lying to you. Number 2, it rushes you. So on the opposite end of that is do it now. Oh my gosh. And that comes from a place of like, you think you'll miss something. Or I know this is something for me. Someone might steal my idea. My shit be novel. But do it now. Do it now. Someone will, like I said, steal your idea, or the window's gonna close. Or let me tell you something. If it's something that is meant for you, and this sounds very cliche, but the things that are meant for you are for you. And come hell or high water, nothing is gonna stand in the way of that other than you. You're the only one. You and God are the only two that can stand in the way of something that is truly meant for you. So If it's for you, you'll never miss out on it. Now, don't drag your feet because that would be you getting in the way of yourself. But also, don't ever feel like you have to rush. That also goes into like this understanding, or it's not really understanding because it's not true, but the idea that, there's a finite amount of things in this world. As I continue to talk to y'all about a lot of different stuff, because I can talk about just about anything. Um, I'm an incredibly spiritual person. And I understand that in this universe, not even understand, I'm going to give y'all a legitimate example. We can't see the ends of the universe. We know that the universe is expanding. And if there is an expansion in this universe, that means, and I know one will say, oh, energy can't be created or destroyed. But just think of it in terms of like the amount of things in this world, in this universe, world, whatever. It's not finite. There's more than enough for everyone, for all of us. And, having the idea that there is a finite amount of things is what causes a lot of turmoil in this world within ourselves and between one another, is because, you know, you have, so that means I don't have. You can have, and I can have too, to be honest. Like, there's always more than enough. So even if somebody does, happen to have the same idea you have, or, I don't know, what's another example? Like, I don't know. You don't have to rush. Like I said, don't drag your feet, don't freeze, but you don't have to be like, you're not late. You're always on time. This is something that I will share with y'all, a prayer that I have said, or something that I reference in my prayers that my grandma taught me. I reference my grandma a lot as well because she made me who I am, for real. I might bring on this mug one day. But, divine timing, to pray for a divine timing. Not a minute before it is meant to arrive to me. And I know it's not going to arrive a minute late. So, God, just let whatever you have for me, whatever things that I'm working for, towards, that you see fit, that I should have, may it come in divine timing. And if you have that idea, it'll bring you so much peace, because you ain't even got to worry about when it's going to show up. It's going to show up when it's supposed to show up. Sleep good at night. Number 3, it's energy waster. It'll waste your fucking energy. So it'll make you freeze. It'll make you rush. And then in between the limbo of doing those things or trying to figure out, it's just going to waste and expend your energy. Right? And your energy and your time are things that you cannot afford to have wasted. I'm sorry. I don't know if that sounds gross. It might sound gross, but my bad. Yeah, it'll waste your energy. I'm a person that has dealt with severe anxiety. And I have this crazy skill where I can think about things at a rate that is unimaginable. Like, my mind can move 1,000 miles a minute, and about one little thing. I still be face palming about shit I did in 6th grade. And I know I might be going a little bit left field. But, get out your head. I will put it that way. Because fear can make you be in your head. Kind of like, all these things, they tie into one another. And the common denominator is fear. But it could just really make you be in your head about things like, am I doing it right? What are people going to think? What if somebody does it? What if somebody did it already? What if da 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 da? What if I do it wrong? What if da 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 da? And you're literally using up your energy, and you're not even doing anything. not even moving nowhere. You got the e-brakes on, gassing it. You're not going nowhere. You going in circles. And by the time you ready to put the bitch in drive, you don't have no more gas because you done used it all. So don't allow fear to let you waste your energy. Channel that. Channel that so you don't do the first two. So you can channel that want that want to go ahead and do. But you can channel that in the same way where it doesn't let you, where you don't just freeze and not do. Channel that high energy, because a lot of times, like I said, I've dealt with anxiety. So a lot of times, one thing I will see, actually, it's a familial trait for me. So, I have observed is that, like people who deal with anxiety, they have this way where they just absolutely avoid things. Excuse me. And where was I going with that? Sorry. But yeah, they avoid things. Oh, I guess because you be so high energy, like you feel so much that it's just like, not even deal with it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Face shit head on. But don't allow fear to let you waste your energy. Channel that. Temper your zeal. I got that from this really book. What was I gonna say? Really really good book. I got from my grandma again. And 12 Powers of Man. Temper your zeal with wisdom, but temper your zeal. So know how to throttle that motherfucker. You know. And then the last one that I have so far is that it makes you, fear can make you over emotional and over sensitive. And that would be like in relating to, like, again, oh my gosh, what are people gonna think, and da da da. That's something I do a lot. And it's so funny because I'm a person that I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless of what people think. But I'm still gonna think about what people are thinking. I'm gonna do some shit and then be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it. And think 1,000 miles a minute about it, but still did it. I remember I was on Twitter, I had a picture from Carnival. Something so little. This is how my brain fucking works. I had a picture from Carnival on there, and I was in a room, and I don't even know why the Carnival picture was just fucking with me. And I had to call my grandma and be like, Grandma, and she's like, well, why don't you just take it down? Like, just take the picture down. Like, what? But I want the picture there. Then shut the fuck up. Like, what do you? So, it can make you like you're really sensitive. You're anticipating people to critique you, and for one, most motherfuckers don't care that much, to be honest. I think, me personally, I'm a person that thinks that people care and think very deeply because I think very deeply about myself for sure. But I'm a deep thinker in general. And so I read into and I think into other people a lot. But that's not to say I judge. And we all have a brain, so we form opinions. I form opinions for sure. But at the end of the day, don't give a fuck about nobody. Like, I'm a very live and let live person. I don't care. As long as you stay out the way and you're not impeding on my freedom and my autonomy, my liberties, I give a shite what you do, to be honest. So, just remember, motherfuckers don't care. You don't have to be sensitive. Just do what you want to do. As long as you're not doing any of the things I listed, you're taking away other people's liberties, fucking up other people's images and names. Like, as long as you're not doing anything wrong along them lines, no one can say anything about what you got to do for you and the things that bring you to that place of peace or that place of fulfillment, or doing the things that you feel drawn to or compelled to do. Don't be sensitive about what other people are going to say. So, to summarize what I said it can paralyze you. Don't let it do that. Move. It can make you rush. Don't let it do that. Temper your zeal. It can make you waste energy. Don't let it do that. Channel it. And it can make you overly sensitive and emotional. Don't let it do that. Fuck these folks. Do you. Ultimately, the solution to all of this shit. God rest my sister. Peace and power to you, my good sis. And light. Is that do that shit afraid. And I know you probably can't hear me because I'm doing that. Do it afraid. 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 Do it scared. Just do it. Nike was on one when they said whoever came up with just do it. Them motherfuckers deserve to be a multi-millionaire because they was on one. They were ding, head on the nail. Target. When they said that, just do it. Do that shit afraid. My sister used to tell me that so much about so many different things. Just do it afraid. And 2023 now, I was going to say this year, reference again, my sister passing, but that shit was a wake-up call for me. I've had a lot of wake-up calls or just calls in life. Do that shit afraid. Just do it. Just do it. Like I said, anything that's meant for you. I was listening to this Neville Goddard or somebody, one of them motherfuckers that writes some self-help inspirational shit. It's all from Africa anyways. But the saying, or was it Wayne Dyer? One of them motherfuckers. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. And that is the truth. If it's meant to be, now you have to do it. You ain't gonna sit on your fucking hands and manifest whatever you think you're gonna manifest, because you're not. You have to put in the work. But in that same breath, if it is meant for you, no one, and God ordains it, God green lighted it, no one can stop that. No one can stop that other than you, yourself, which a lot of the times, that be all it is. We get in the way of ourselves, whether it be fear, whether it be laziness, whether it be the lack of discipline, whether it be whatever. We let other people get into our heads. But ultimately, only you and God can stop whatever is meant for you. That's it. And usually, unless it's a situation where you're really going astray, God ain't even going to get in the way of that, because you were made in the image of God and you're supposed to be able to have your free will. That's some deep shit to say, but it's the truth. Get out your way. Get out your own way. Do that shit afraid. And when you succumb to fear and you give in to fear and you freeze or you rush or you let fear control you, you validate it subconsciously. You dig it a little deeper into your psyche, which is why, it's so powerful to do things afraid, because when you get to the opposite end of it and you be like, I'm still alive, you build power. And I brought up willpower before. I will always bring up willpower because it's such a thing. Building your willpower. There's so many ways to do it. And conquering your fears is a huge one. It's a huge one. So get out the way of yourself and do that shit afraid.
Oh, I don't think you did.
Let me back it on up. Back it on up to the east side. Back it on up. Let's see if you can get the shot right. Back it on my line of this stuff. So, my shit is lived in. I actually live here, There's a couch I actually spend all that time on.